A lecturer from the University of KwaZulu-Natal, Olalekan Adisa, now joins me to discuss this. Many thanks to you, Olalekan Adisa, for joining us on this hour. I'm very sure you've seen the Transparency International's ranking of Nigeria. But let's look at the reaction of the federal government. The federal government says there is no evidence to back up the claims by Transparency International and that Nigeria is currently the most corrupt country or the fourth most corrupt country in West Africa. What do you make of that reaction coming from the government?
Thank you so much. Good evening. Thank you for having me this evening. If you look at the position of the federal government, we will agree that the federal government has been doing a lot in terms of fighting corruption, especially with the general knowledge of the fact that the present head of administration is a known fighter and such that does not condone corruption. But be as it may be, the position of the government is what the government seeks to pursue as an administration. But we must not forget the fact that the Transparency International's evaluation of corruption and its index in Nigeria is a reflection of the general setting of the country, and it is not limited to the personality of the president.
So you think that the ranking of Nigeria by Transparency International is fair?
We can look at it from two directions. I mean, from two different perspectives. The president has done a lot in terms of his fight against corruption. There's no doubt about that. And we also know that it is no longer business as usual. You can no longer talk about corruption in public as it used to be in the past. But we must also not forget the fact that there has been criticism of some public office holders in Nigeria, even in the present administration, and that there have also been allegations of selective dealing with such. I mean, the issues are being dealt with selectively, as in it's been alleged at some instances that the ruling party or the ruling government seeks to protect its own members. So such things could also undermine whatsoever the president is trying to achieve.
All right. In your opinion, I'm looking at this ranking from the Transparency International and the side of the government. If the government is to fix anything, if you regard anything as a loophole in this fight against corruption, what are the areas you think that the government should fix?
Sincerely, we must also holistically look at how the government is fighting its corruption. I think our institution as a nation is a little bit having its own challenges in terms of its ability to go around without interference of government. It has been alleged that several government procedures and all that, I mean, how they go about their anti-corruption index, I mean, anti-corruption fight has been selective. And I think the EFCC and other anti-corruption agents need to step up its activities in terms of looking at what ought to be done and not being seen as being part of an extension of the executives.
Olalekan Adisa, many thanks for your time.